All right, next fight for Alex Pereira. So he's got a few options. I think he's got Ankalaev, he's got Israel Adesanya, Tom Aspinall, and John Jones. I think Yuri and Jamal Hill are out of the question indefinitely for now, at least until both of them have had another fight. So we can put them over here. Tom Aspinall, I know he comes into that because he's got Curtis Blades coming up, but I think he will dog walk Curtis Blades. I think that won't be a problem. But yeah, let's get into it. So nobody really wants to see Pereira fight Ankalaev. Ankalaev, listen, he's fought through, he's on a win streak, I guess broken up by a draw, and I think there was a disqualification in there. Everyone knows that if Ankalaev and Alex fight, Ankalaev is going to enforce his wrestling and he will take control of the fight. I don't think Alex will stuff the takedowns. I think he will gas out from takedowns and either be submitted in the later rounds, so probably after the end of round 2, round 3 onwards. I don't think he's going to be able to stuff all the takedowns and go 5 rounds with Ankalaev, and I think Ankalaev is very capable on the feet, will be able to avoid the knockout punches and get entry on the takedowns. That being said, Ankalaev looks like he works at fucking Gringotts, and his manager's talking mad shit on Twitter saying that he won't shoot a takedown for 15 minutes. Nobody believes that. He doesn't believe that himself, and I just don't think it's a good time for Alex to take this fight. I think Ankalaev needs to fight someone else as well. He fucking knocked out Johnny Walker and went to a decision with Jan Blachowicz. Not to take away from that Jan Blachowicz fight, but I just don't think it's good. I think Alex obviously has very good leg kicks and will sting Ankalaev with that on the feet. And after 2 or 3 of those leg kicks, just like how Jan landed them on Ankalaev is going to be shooting. And I don't think Alex survives on the ground with Ankalaev. Especially after seeing what Ankalaev did to Jan on the ground, just holding him down, not really doing any ground and pound or getting close to any submissions at all, but just that control time. And I think that's how he beats Pereira. And I think it's just not good for the UFC or the light heavyweight division. Fuck, I hate him. But anyway. Oh yeah, and Ankalaev also seems to want Pereira to come fight him in the Middle East on his own terms, on his dates. Pereira has just fought 2 title fights on short notice and won both of them. When has Ankalaev ever stepped in on short notice? I think Pereira has got the right to call the shots right now. He's the UFC's biggest star. He's overtaken Izzy, for sure. I think Ankalaev is just a shit fight and a waste of time. I think Ankalaev needs to fight someone else before Pereira gets a shot. Before he gets a shot at Pereira. And yeah, stay at Gringotts. Let's move on. So, Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall will be a good fight with Pereira, even though I think Aspinall walks through Pereira. I think he finishes the fight quicker than Ankalaev does. I think Tom finishes it similar way to how he beat Arlovsky, so just power double, taking the back and just choking him out. I can see it getting done real quick with Tom Aspinall, or even getting him down and going for a Kimura or something. Just like straight up basic submission and just getting Alex out of there quick. But even that losing to Tom Aspinall is better for his legacy than winning against Ankalaev right now, if it was to go between these 2 fights. Because then he's still won belts in 2 class, but he's the only person who's ever gone up and tried to contest for a 3rd. I do like his chances of beating Ankalaev better. I think he could shut down Ankalaev in the first round or 2, but I think for Alex's career, and a resume looking back, that shot with Tom will be respected far beyond any win he will get in light heavyweight moving forward now, even if he loses. He's got a puncher's chance, and especially if Tom does his normal, going in with the 1-2. Tom could even knock out Pereira, to be honest. He's got a real good 1-2, and we've seen Pereira being susceptible to that 1-2 while he's leaning back. I think that's a really good fight, and I would prefer that. If Tom Aspinall wins against Curtis Blades and then just calls out Pereira, I think that's the way to go. And then it also sort of just shits on John Jones, which Tom should also do if he wins the fight. Call out Alex Pereira, shit on John Jones, say, listen, I'm going to fight another champion because you're not even a champion, John. You're a fucking fake champ. Fight your contenders, yeah? Yeah, Alex will go up and fight the real heavyweight champion, and win or lose, major respect. So I think that fight is probably the best one for Pereira if we're looking overall, but yeah, we'll move on now. So next up, I think John Jones. John Jones has invited Pereira up to fight, of course, because he's ducking Tom Aspinall. He's trying to fight the champion of a weight division below him instead of fighting the interim champ in his own division. Can we just reiterate that? He's trying to fight someone a weight class below him. I understand that he used to rule light heavyweight, but now he's a heavyweight. Now he's calling out the champion of the weight class below him when they've got an interim champion in heavyweight. An interim champion who is looking like a very good prospect and is being touted as the one to beat John Jones. And John is blatantly refusing to fight Tom Aspinall. He's admitted multiple times on Twitter of his plan of beating Stipe and riding off into the sunset. That's not GOAT status. Fuck John Jones. Listen, he did great throughout his career. He's tarnishing it doing this. He's tarnishing his career. Him openly being a coward and not sticking to what he's saying. His argument, okay. His argument for fighting Stipe is that Stipe is the greatest heavyweight of all time, and that putting that fight on his resume will be, solid. Then he's done. He will be the greatest fighter of all time. No. John Jones now is inviting Pereira, someone who's only been in the UFC for 2 years or so, up to fight him instead of Tom Aspinall, as if this is about legacy. Beating Pereira does nothing for your legacy. You just want an easy fight to ride off into the sunset with. We know you're going to wrestle. If you can do what you did against Cyril Gane to Alex Pereira, which I'm sure you can, right? Nobody's going to be impressed nor surprised. Do it against Tom Aspinall? Sure. Anyway, this isn't a Tom Aspinall John Jones video. Alex Pereira going up to fight John Jones, useless fight. Don't think it should happen. I think John should just never fight again. Don't even bother with Stipe. Just fuck off. Fuck off, yeah? Anyway, Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira 3. It'll happen at light heavyweight if it happens. If Izzy wins the belt back from Dricus, the UFC will offer it to both of them, I'm sure. That is a huge fight, and I don't think they would want to miss out on that opportunity if Izzy's holding the belt again. But it'll happen at light heavyweight, and I think Alex is going to smoke Izzy. I think him being at light heavyweight suits him so much better. It suits his style better, the way he plants his feet and fires. He doesn't have to move as much. He's not cutting as much weight, so he can take those extra shots in the pocket without being put out cold. His chin's just a bit better. I don't think Izzy's built for light heavyweight. Although, one thing that's good for Izzy coming up is that he's moving up and not fighting someone who's going to wrestle fuck him and just keep him on the ground. So, there is always the puncher's chance, and that fight is a good fight. I think Pereira should wait until the Tom Aspinall fight's done before making any decisions. Don't take another short notice fight. Don't come to Perth. Don't come to Australia and fight there. wait for a little bit, bro. All right, just wait. Wait and see what Tom Aspinall does. If you can go fight Tom Aspinall, that'd be fucking great for you. Great for your career, great for everything. Because even if you lose, you still got the light heavyweight belt. You come back, Ankalaev might have fought someone else, hopefully lost, because nobody wants to see that goblin, that cunt at the top of the light heavyweight division, except for Dagestani crotch sniffers. But do that. Just do that. Just wait for a bit. You'll get the Tom Aspinall fight. That'd be great. Excellent. Fuck off John Jones. Or you can wait for Izzy. Because Izzy also has a fight coming up. 3 or 5, so a month after Aspinall has his fight. Ideally, if you can wait, pull a Conor McGregor. You know, your toe's broken. Just wait a couple months. Fight Aspinall or Izzy. Both of them will be great fights. Huge draws, both of them. Don't fight John Jones. John Jones is looking for a layup. And it's not going to do anything for your career. You're not going to beat John Jones, I'm sorry. Aspinall, you have a shot at beating, and it's a much more respectable fight. And looks like makes John Jones look like a fucking can for not accepting this Tom Aspinall fight and making Aspinall defend against people in his own division as well as champions for the division below. So, all up, I think the next best fights, it's Izzy at light heavyweight or Tom Aspinall at heavyweight. Fuck off Ankalaev, you fight someone else, and then if you win that in a somewhat convincing way, then you can fight Alex Pereira. But that's just my take. Feel free to disagree in the comments, but I still think you're wrong and my way is right. So, yeah, thanks for watching.